how to bring your family over to the UK. For those of us who were thinking that we could bring our sisters and our parents here, Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing great. So I am back with another video, and this is a video that so many people have been asking me to do for a really long time, and that is how to bring your family over to the UK once you get your PIN and you're already working. But the reason I had not done this video is because I'm not married and I don't have any kids that I had to bring over. But after a lot of people kept asking this question, I thought I would speak to some of the nurses who have already brought their families here, and I also did a little bit of research on the internet. So whatever I'm going to be talking about here is just some information that I have gathered from people and not something that I have gone through myself. Hopefully it's going to be of help to you, and feel free to share my videos. As usual, I'm going to remind you to subscribe if you haven't. Please subscribe, like, share, and continue to watch or share my videos out there. So let's get straight to the video. So the family members that you are allowed to bring are your children who are under 18 years of age and your spouse. So for those of us who were thinking that we could bring our sisters and our parents here, maybe for a visit but not to live with you. So after speaking to maybe 5 or 6 nurses that have brought their families over to the UK, they told me that the process was actually quite easy, and the only issue they faced was in the beginning, where they had to prove that they had enough money to take care of their family members once they got here. And they said that once you can prove that you have that money, all you have to do is provide the other required documents, which you already have as a registered nurse who was sponsored by your employer to move over here. And then you just apply for the visas for your family, book the tickets, and then they come over here. Now, one question that a lot of people have been asking is, can I come together with my family? Like the first time I moved to the UK, can I move together with my family at that time, even before I get my PIN number? And the answer to that is yes. You can do that, but remember that your employer is sponsoring you and not your family. So the employer might book your flight, they might book your hotel for the first week before you get your apartment, or they might even be providing accommodation for you. But I was told that if you decide to move together with them from the beginning, then you have to be the one to be taking responsibility for your family members. So you have to book their flights. When you apply for the visa, the employer will pay for your visa fee, but then you have to pay for the visa fee of your family members. And a lot of people have been advised to come by themselves first, because there's a lot of things involved. You don't have like a stable accommodation yet, you haven't gotten your PIN, you're still getting used to a new country, which can be difficult for some people. So the advice that people are usually given is to come by yourself first, get settled, get your PIN number, and you even have time to start looking for schools for your kids before they even get here. And then when they just come, you already have a place for them, you've bought beds and, you know, basic things that you guys need to be using as a family. You can move together with your family, but if you think about it, it's going to be difficult than if you move by yourself and then prepare everything for them to come later, or, you know, a few months later. So like I said, money is the issue that most of the people face, and I will just mention a few things that you will have to pay for your family members in the process of them moving here to be with you. And the first thing is the immigration health surcharge, or the IHS, which has been increasing. I'm not very sure if it's 300 or 400 per year. So however much you will pay will depend on how long the visa will be given, maybe 3 years. So if it's 3 years, then it's 400 times 3 times the number of family members that you're bringing over to the UK. So this will be contributing towards the NHS and the healthcare that you will be getting when you get here. Another thing that you have to pay for is the visa application fee, and you will also have to pay for the TB test, which is a requirement for everyone applying to stay in the UK for more than 6 months. So you will also have to pay for that for every family member. I think police clearances are required, so you will also have to take care of those. And of course you will have to pay for the flight tickets. Earlier I said that once you're able to save up, or you're able to prove that you can take care of your family financially, then you have to provide the other required documents before you apply for the visa. So the required documents are, you as the sponsor will have to provide evidence of employment, which is like an employment contract or the certificate of sponsorship that your employer offered you when you were coming here. You will also have to provide your BRP card and your passport. You will also have to provide your proof of address of where you're currently staying. And proof of address, you can use things like your bank statements or credit card statements at the top where they write your address, your bills, electricity bill or gas bill, or something like that. And then you will also have to provide your pay slips. I'm not sure if you do 3 months or 6 months worth of pay slips, or however long you've been living here. You can check that on the website when you're applying, because all you have to do is download the pay slips from your employer's website. Yeah. You will also have to provide proof of relationship to whoever you're bringing here. So if you're bringing your spouse, then you'll have to provide a marriage certificate. If you're bringing your kids, then you will have to provide birth certificates or adoption certificates, or just something to prove that you're related to whoever you are bringing here. And remember, they either have to be your spouse or your kids who are under 18 years of age. And then the final one, you will have to provide the evidence of finances. So the money that is required, you need to have in your account like £630 for every family member that you're bringing. So if you're bringing 4 people, maybe your spouse and your 3 kids, then you have to provide £630 times the 4 people to show that once they get here, you'll be able to provide, the basic needs for them. There are ways that you can prove that you can provide for them financially. Number one, you might show savings in your bank account. So all you have to do is print out bank statements from your bank and tell them, here are my bank statements and I have got the money that is needed. So £630 for every person. Another way is your employer can write you a maintenance letter. And in this maintenance letter, they have to say that they can loan you money, or they can take responsibility for you and your family members once they get here. So if you run out of money, then your employer can loan you some money for you and your family to live on. At least that's how I understand it, and that's how some of the people explained it to me. And I also saw something on the internet that on your certificate of sponsorship, there's a question there that people or companies are usually asked by the Home Office, that do you take responsibility for this person? And if they say yes, that means yes for you and yes for the dependents that will come under you. So check that, and then you can also provide that as the evidence. The next thing is about accommodation. And I had heard somebody saying that you have to go and rent a place for you and your family, and then you have to show like a lease agreement between you and your landlord to the Home Office to show where your family is going to be living. But somebody else told me that if your employer wrote this maintenance letter saying they could support you when needed, then you do not need to provide the proof of accommodation. So after all that, after you've gathered your documents, then all you need to do is apply for the visa. And if I remember correctly, you came here under Tier 2 visa, so your dependents will be applying as dependents under the Tier 2 visa. Then they will go have their biometrics taken, the visa will be out, and you can either apply the normal visa or the priority, where the process is quicker. So that will depend on you and the agreement you have between you and your family. And then after that, your family will move over, and once they get here, of course, they have to go and get their BRP cards, and that's how you bring your family over. I hope this video, guys, has been helpful, because I haven't gone through that, so that's just the little research I did. I hope it's of help. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support you've been giving this channel, and I hope to make more informative videos. If you have any video ideas that you want me to do, please put them down in the comments and I will be happy to research and do the videos. I really do enjoy making videos, so that's why I usually ask you guys for suggestions, and I will see you on my next video. Bye bye.